Hello. Last time we have seen the Linux commands and we decided to implement the functionalities in file system commands. The thing that we are right now doing is parsing one by one in Web 3.5 JavaScript code with if statements like this. This is not scalable. We cannot use these many if statements to continue adding new ones. What I have learned is there is a way to execute arbitrary code as a string. This is not very good if you are getting, for example, client server architectures that sends the commands and execute things in the server side. But since we are completely executing things in the client side, client is already have this kind of control on themselves, their computers. So we don't have to worry that much, but still there is this is not very safe thing to do. So this experimental thing we can try, but for example, if we are communicating these commands, so you have to ensure some kind of authentication at least in the client sides. Now what we can try is eval function. So console log is maybe I can have test. So this is running the JavaScript code. That's what I can do. So this, let's say these ls and paste, these are maybe not um, commands that we are having, but we can send the JavaScript functions and call them as parameterless. If the command is something parameterless that we can call directly, or if it is some kind of function we can execute with their parameters. So we have to refactor these funds, data, files, data response. These are some other things. But here it's a command. So command instead of command, maybe we can say um, yeah, I think command is fine. What I so here what it is doing, right? This is the responding to ls command. So it's responding that way and paste. I don't want to create this way. So this may be a function, let's say, but how I should treat that? Maybe additional file, additional JavaScript file here that we can extend the comments. And these are the things that need to be taken. Peer ID. It's not that straightforward. Maybe let's start with simple one, right? So what we are doing here, it is sending the command and to the peer, and peer receives it, and this is the data it received. If it is execution, okay, maybe it's not command, but it is task. I couldn't decide yet. So what I would like to say, ls, right? That see, yeah, this is already the ls function. So maybe that is what we need to say. This is function ls is and return. And this command maybe just calls the command itself. So I'm trying to say command sorry, data command here, right? Data comment, and comment is equal to eval data comment, and that execute the comment. So this is what I'm considering. So this ls check will be still there currently, but we can eliminate. So paste could be another comment, and that we can make it arbitrary after removing the these if statements. But let's try first. And is there anything a problem? It doesn't show anymore. Chrome, that's Chrome still. Does it change? It doesn't send ls anymore. So here clicked comment is not shown here. Maybe again, let's open the Firefox browser, use the link over there, and we should be able to see Chrome's comment. Here's the error that we catched. ls is not defined because we didn't add the file into our script, right? That is expected. So commands and js need to be included here after our modules, um, scripts src commands js. So this should be defined currently. This is refreshed, this is refreshed, and this is the rv07. So I should click and get it. So comment is working right now. Now what we can do, send additional comments via interface, and maybe it's maybe still possible to register all these comments easily, but let's see if we can do that first. Allow some additional comments. So this lsness is there, but now it's not need to be ls anymore. I remove that if statement. So here is one, here is another one, else. So let's make them else if, and if these comments, so I'm just doing the backwards sub compatibility. So that is received comment from peer, and that's also data comment. I would like to add and say repeat this page and send the comment from and then see receive comment from peer. um okay, this is, I think this is okay, that already showing the data itself, so I don't have to do it twice. Where is the receive this part? So data is already shown over there. So now the thing is how we can send additional comments. Especially I'm interested in sending comments from the different computer to other one using the console here. So if I say ls, so current computer, we should have some current computer, right? Current peer. So if I click on this, what is this current peer? If I click on this, what's this current peer? So yeah, this is how I'm switching computers, right? This is, oh, this is not the this is not the current peer. What I'm interested, I would like to see the current peer is not selected. This is the home, this is the current peer, this one is selected, and this current peer changes, right? That is correct. So the current peer is the id, current id, and we are changing the computers. when we send uh, when we send the JavaScript console message, it should give us the um, current peers response. So where do we send JavaScript response? um, I'm trying to remember the things. We can ask to chat, of course. Where is the copilot? um, just Weave, open Weave, chat. Yet, can I drag drop? Okay, didn't. um, First of all, ask how do I send console to peer. This key down. It's not easy for me. It's long text, so I would like to use this interface thing. So where do we send the key messages, right? Let's look at HTML element here. So this is the HTML element console input where it is used. Yeah, here is the thing. So we are sending the messages, and if the console, now what this console is doing currently, executing on the current computer, not in the um, in the not in the peer. So here is, if you say ls, it's drawings and Firefox in the home. Oh no, Chrome test. Oh, it's working in the current peer. Okay, I'm wrong. It's doing that correctly. So here, let's see how it is doing. Enter execute console code. That is a thing. Yeah, here is the execute console code class, and if I do the console execution, message log console function stringify. How do we execute? This is working. The um, language models are useful, but it creates you to forget more often than before, because you did not spend some time on those code locations. That is more difficult to remember, but I think we can still figure out. Let's see. Function is here, console log. Function is called in which computer? Oh, ls. The command itself, I think, is working a file tree. Oh, the thing is, our file system is combined already, so it's executing in current computer. So it's not execution in the other computer, but the file system is right now based on the new computer. That's why file system. So we can check the file system, right? This is what it said. File 3 is changing, so we shouldn't do that. File 3, um, where does it get from it? Files. Yeah, it's in files thing. So here, that is what we have, but it is the current computer's file system. So this is one thing that we shouldn't replace the file system. um, there are some confusions here, but let's see. At least what I would like to do is send command to peer, right? Not the current computer. So let's go to the previous location, and it's not the long code. Like, where was it? Again, I would like to check the ID for this one. Console input, yes, we are using that. So it should be console input, maybe sending a message. Sending a message to the computer that is in target. So that should execute it. Maybe it could be, yeah, we should switch the computers like this. But if this is the computer, maybe we shouldn't directly replace the files. We should have mm, commands to access. The commands should be same interface, but the current peer selection should be different. So let's do that. Instead of console input, key down, execute to console code is here. Now, what I would like to say is stringify function. So where does it takes the function eval, right? It's using the eval here. So that's what I would like to say. Instead of doing this eval, it should send this. So let's put a bookmark here and go to the ls that command data command is this thing where the execution is happening. So we want to do the similar thing is else statement here, network send to. This is what we want to do. Execute the command over there and get a response. And so yeah, if the command comes like this, let's take this code, and that line is important. Okay, instead of running console command in the current computer, run in the peer, and that is such as this. Okay, and let's obtain the result. So this is switching between computers, and somehow we also want to have an aggregate computer, right? That's this switching between computers should not be necessary. Maybe somebody is working on meta computer, so home computer. These, I think, rooms are kind of misleading. Let's change that name. Peer.js room instead computer. Let's name that way. And yeah, I think web 3.5 is another thing. And the ID is, can we make the IDs shorter? Generate room ID, maybe like 5 characters. No, room string, room ID or room string. Why it's taking bigger? Some of them I know, yeah, it will be to string 36. Peer ID, generate random string. Yeah, peer.js. I want to update that. Peer.js we have used. Okay, that I would like to refresh that to see if the room ID is coming shorter. Doesn't seem so. Okay, while it's going, it executed like this, and maybe write whole code is one thing that is dangerous, but let's see what it updated. Execute local code, execute, yeah, local code is one thing. No, I do not feel safe. We need to design further. That's, I don't know if it is the thing that I want. So maybe designing is more things. Right now I am in the place where I'm not sure um, if we continue that way. uh, but at least being able to send a message, right, that it created the new execute code command could be still same. Okay, so but what I want to do, let's go back to the um, point eval code instead. I want to use this kind of thing, network send. At least let's do at the same time, see the effect of it, and then decide based on it. So this command is not JSON stringify files send to what I want to do, send. No, I'm not sending that, I'm sending command. So let's see how the commands are sent. Here is the command, right? This is what I'm sending, and let's go back to that location. So it's how I'm sending as a command. So eval code, it should be eval command code peer id network id. That's what I would like to send, and it's executing in both computers, which is not ideal, but it's for the experimentation. Let's see what happens, right? So let's refresh that as well. Inspection could be also handy here. So in the Firefox computer, this is the Firefox computer, and I want to send something ls. Peer is not defined. Yeah, of peer id is current peer current peer. I think this is the id that we have. Yes, and refresh that page, and then send the command ls. Peer is not defined. Peer is not defined. Peer should be defined to us. Ah, data peer id. I see. So coming back, so this one is the peer id code, and how the command is executed. Let's go there, and in the command data comes. Do we need the peer id? Yeah, data peer id is necessary. The peer id is the command current peer, and where the home peer, right? We should have some kind of home peer. um we don't keep that id somehow. Network peer id, yeah, that is what we can do. Network peer id, yes. and go back to that location. This is the network peer ID. Yes. So the JSON is there. So I can refresh and send the command ls. It is doing the ls here. Ls is the function, and Firefox execution. It is it triggering Firefox execution. I said ls, and can I clear? I do not understand because of the timing. Okay, so let's see. It didn't do anything. I may need to refresh, right? Does it send any command? I need to, after the refresh, I need to select the Firefox one. Yeah, this is the Firefox ls. Yeah, code is not defined. That's good. At least some place that we are hitting code. Um, where do we have the code? Comment code. Oh no, this is not I'm code is not string, of course. Okay, let's refresh the page, refresh this one, send the ls command, see the impact on the other one. I need to change the computer again, I forgot that. Ls command, received command peer ls, and it listed. Okay, yeah, that's not right now remote execution in the first stage. Of course, there is such more design things need to be done here. So these initial proof of concepts are kind of working, but it needs to be designed in a way that will be easy for some other people as well.